So Black Ops Cold War is out for every platform now, so I thought I'd make a settings video because I know a lot of people would want one. Most settings are transferable to every platform, so no matter if you're on PS4, Xbox or PC, there will be something for you. So without further ado, let's get started. And obviously I'm on PC, so I'm not going to go into controller settings, but I'm going to start with mouse settings. So I use 400 DPI and 7.69 in game. Now this was converted using mousesensitivity.com, I'll leave a link in the description to it. But I converted my Counter-Strike sensitivity, and this is what it came out with because it's a bit of a weird number. But yeah, this is perfect for me, and I've used it in Modern Warfare as well. Now one thing that's different from Modern Warfare to this game is that the ADS sensitivity is a lot slower. When you ADS, it doesn't match your hip fire sensitivity like it does in Modern Warfare. It is a lot slower. So for low zoom, I leave it at 1 because I think it's a lot easier to kill people at range. But when you're sniping, it is very hard to use, especially on PC. So I've cranked that up to 1.5. And I've left vehicle mouse sensitivity multiplier to 1 because I think it's fast enough when you get into vehicles anyway. Now the ADS sensitivity transition timing is on gradual. You can put it on instant, gradual, or after zoom. I think gradual is like a nice mid-ground. Instant seems to be a bit abrupt, and after zoom seems to be a little slow. It basically dictates whether you're going to be using your ADS sensitivity or your hipfire sensitivity. But by using gradual, it just feels a lot more smooth when transitioning. So I don't want to be inverted, so leave that disabled unless you're used to it. My vertical sensitivity multiplier is left at 1. So for ADS mouse sensitivity mode, I left it at relative. I don't really see a difference, same in Modern Warfare, between these two. So yeah, do whatever you think is better. Just try and experiment with this one. Now let's head into the gameplay panel. So I like to have my crouch on toggle. This is all personal preference, this bit, but these are my settings. Prone behavior is on toggle. My sprint behavior is on toggle. My walk behavior is on hold. So that is a new movement in Black Ops Cold War where you can walk instead of sprinting, and it's a different keybind. It's especially helpful for search and destroy, which I play mostly on this channel. So yeah, when you walk, you won't make any footsteps. And in this game, footsteps are so loud, so I think that is a very good addition. Air bomb mantle behavior is automatic. My ADS behavior is on toggle. I cannot use hold for the life of me, so I put toggle on. Equipment behavior is toggle, so I hold the keybind. Let's, for example, say you're holding an aid. You hold the keybind and release the keybind, and it will release the grenade. My steady aim behavior is on hold. My armor behavior should be on apply all. I didn't have it on the right one. But yeah, this is mainly for Fireteam, Dirty Bomb, and Warzone. So if you want to apply armor, if you put apply all you have to do is press the keybind once and it'll apply all the armor needed. But if you press apply 1, it'll only do 1, obviously. So you're gonna have to press the keybind multiple times to do all the armor plates. Apply all is a lot more intuitive. Interact behavior is on tap. So now we're on to vehicles and score streaks. Attack vehicle control mode is alternate. Transport vehicle control mode is alternate. Free look activation is always enabled. Automatic camera recenter is enabled. Long delay. No idea what they mean. I'm just going to leave them default if I'm being honest. My map behavior is on toggle. My scoreboard behavior is on hold. My danger ping behavior is on double tap. So now we're on to advanced or auto sprint. I leave disabled. I just really can't get used to it. I tried it in Modern Warfare. It just didn't work very well for me. Sprint cancels reload. I leave that disabled because I find it very helpful to sprint while reloading. If you want to reload cancel in this game, just change weapons. Parachute auto deploy should be on disabled. This is not a good thing to have enabled because especially in Warzone, you're going to get beaten to the ground very, very often, and you're going to be at a severe disadvantage if someone's got it disabled and know how to use the parachute. Mouse wheel input delay is on 80. You can't really feel a difference, honestly. Weapon switch wraparound is enabled. Depleted ammo weapon switch is enabled. Change zoom shared input is melee. System key behavior is operating system. Okay, let's move on to the actual keybinds here. I don't have a lot of keybinds changed, just the ones that I changed in every single Call of Duty. I might change them at a later date, I have no idea, but I think the defaults are pretty good. The only ones on change here is crouch slide is on left control instead of C. I think it's a lot easier, especially that I came from Counter-Strike, where obviously crouching is on left control, so I just got used to that, so I change it to that instead of C. Prone is on Z, and if we scroll all the way down here, my ping location marker is on mouse wheel 4. That is defaulted to the melee, but I think E is easy enough. But yeah, everything else is on default apart from fly down, which is left control, and yeah, everything here is default. Okay, let's move on to graphics now. So my display mode is on full screen. You can put it on full screen windowed, but I think tabbing in and out of full screen is actually pretty good in this game compared to Modern Warfare. Now you can always press Alt and Enter to switch between full screen and windowed modes, so just keep that in mind. You might press it by accident. I only have one monitor, so I have it on 1. My refresh rate for this monitor is 144 Hz. Pretty much whatever it is, just crank it up to that. Gameplay VSync is disabled. You definitely do not want this on. It's going to prevent screen tear if you enable it, but it's going to make it have a lot more input lag. So menu VSync is disabled. NVIDIA Reflex low latency is on enabled. You can put it on boost if you want to, but that basically utilizes GPU a lot more. But I think just putting it on normal is good enough. Render resolution, leave it at 100 unless you've got an awful PC. Putting it down to 90, you will get probably 10 more FPS, but it will look a lot worse. Putting it down to 44, you will render it out at 848 by 480 pixels, which is awful. You won't be able to see anything, so leave it at 100 if you can. Display resolution at 1080p because I've got a 1080p monitor. Aspect ratio is automatic, so I play on 1080, so it's obviously 16:9. Colorblind modes, I don't have one enabled. I max out my field of view to 120. Now, if you're on console, or sorry, if you're using a controller, you have to max it out at either 106 or 107, because anything past that, you won't get any aim assist anymore. So if you're on controller, bear that in mind. Congratulations, console players, because you finally got an FOV slider. I mean, they took the time. It should have been in Modern Warfare, especially that it's crossplay. It's just so unfair. My ADS field of view is unaffected. If you put it unaffected, when you ADS, it won't zoom in at all, and you'll feel like you have no recoil compared to if you put it on independent. It'll be extremely zoomed in, and your gun will feel like it's got a ridiculous amount of recoil. This is personal preference. I've always used affected in Modern Warfare as well. I just think it's a lot easier to control, and you get to see a lot more as well. My brightness is on 60, I believe. Yeah, it is. My frame rate limit is on unlimited, so my minimized FPS limit is on 60. You can put that to whatever you want. So down to details and textures now, I have everything on the lowest possible. Literally. If you scroll down, I have everything disabled or on the lowest. This is because I want the most FPS, and yeah, I don't really care about what it looks like, especially for multiplayer. I even have anti-aliasing quality disabled because you get to see a lot more. You can put it on ultra, but I don't really see a point on putting it on lowest, low, medium, because it just looks horrible, and you might as well have it disabled anyway. And any type of motion blur has got to be disabled. I just hate it. So if you go to advanced, right at the bottom, it says VRAM usage target. I have that on high because I don't have anything running in the background apart from Discord and battle.net. That's about it. So it can use 90% of my my VRAM because I have that spare anyway. I think it's defaulted to 80%. Yeah, it is. That's the graphics tab. Let's go over to the audio tab now. So the same keybinds for muting sound are the same in Cold War as Modern Warfare. So it's F10 to mute sound if you're on keyboard and mouse, obviously. So I have my master volume set to 100 because I'm a tryhard and I want to hear everything. Music volume, do what you want with music volume, honestly. I'm probably going to turn it down to 40. Sound effects volume is on 100, dialogue volume 100, cinematics volume 100. My audio preset is on Treyarch Mix because I think it's actually pretty good. You can put it on bass boost, high boost, or super bass boost. Now obviously it's audio, so a lot of people are going to hear stuff differently and prefer different stuff. So yeah, that's really up to you what you use. I use Treyarch Mix. Hit markers sound effect I have enabled because I like to know when I'm actually getting a hit marker. Speakers, headphone, game sound device. Put it to whatever your default system device is, or whatever device you want to use as it. My voice chat is enabled. My voice and text channel chat is game chat. The voice chat volume is at 1. I'm probably going to have to tune that because I haven't really heard anyone talk in game yet. So just adjust that accordingly to whatever you want. Speakers, headphone, voice chat device. Just do whatever your default communication device is. My microphone device, whatever your microphone is. Microphone activation mode is push to talk for me. I have it on V. Microphone volume is on 1. Mute gain when minimized is disabled. And attenuation is on disabled. If you have this enabled, it will lower the game sound based on people talking in game. So now to the interface tab. Subtitles are disabled. Introduction movie I have skipped just so I can get into game just a little bit faster. I don't really want to see an introduction movie, to be honest. I haven't changed my HUD bounds. You can do whatever you want with that. It's personal preference. So HUD elements, I have crosshairs shown, hit marker visuals shown, damage based hit markers shown, ally health bars hidden. So if you come over here, you will see this instead of this. And obviously, when they're on my team, I don't really care because I'm not shooting them. Now, with the enemies, I have it shown because I want to see how weak I've actually hit them. Player names, I have the full name because then it's easier to see people if you're aiming at them. So my player names are on full name. Now, I have this because I sometimes track the name instead of actually seeing the people. Because if they're at a long distance and that pops up, it's much easier to see this than the actual player model. Horizontal compass, I have it hidden because I don't really see a point. So this is for zombies. Floating damage numbers are disabled because in zombies, there's just so much going on. So much unnecessary stuff coming on your HUD. Like when you shoot a zombie or kill a zombie, it says zombie eliminated and everything. You don't really need that. So I have floating damage numbers disabled. So when you shoot a zombie, obviously the damage numbers won't come come up. Zombie names and health bars I have hide normal because I don't want to see zombies' health bars. Like, why would you want to see that? My telemetry, I have everything hidden. So onto advanced, in-game alert icons is enabled. So when you've seen these, you'll know if anything's going wrong. You can pause the video if you want to see what they are. Input device icons, I've put this on shown. It's defaulted to hidden, but if you put it on shown, you'll see what input people are using to play the game. So if you're in a full controller lobby, you'll be able to see. If you're in a full mouse and keyboard lobby, you'll be able to see. It's just nice to know, honestly. Mouse tooltips is shown. So obviously I use a keyboard and mouse. I'm not going to go into controller. But yeah, lastly, we're on account and network. I have crossplay enabled so I can get into game with Xbox players and PlayStation players as well as PC players and not just PC players. I have cloud save settings enabled. I think everyone should. So if you scroll all the way down on the account and network tab, you go to content filters. I have graphic content on enabled, profanity filter on enabled because I'm not a pussy, real names disabled, friend request notifications enabled, party invite notifications enabled, matchmaking delay disabled, code name disabled, code name other players disabled. Now, thank God for Cold War, because codename and codename other players, especially for streamers and content creators who get stream sniped when they're live streaming and stuff like that, they can put their codename on. They basically hide their names so they can't get stream sniped as often. In Modern Warfare, that wasn't a thing. They messed streamer mode completely up and it didn't help at all. But yeah, they've split it into two now, so I think content creators are going to be very happy about that. But that's it. They're the best PC and console Cold War settings. I hope you enjoyed. If you found this helpful, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.